Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video, we are talking about top 10 things to do in Paris. Before we continue our video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for more interesting videos. If you are planning a trip to Paris, how do you decide what to do? There are the places that people dream about visiting on their first visit to Paris, like the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre. But there are also neighborhoods to explore and new foods to try. This Paris bucket list contains 45 of the best experiences you can have in Paris. Don't expect to see them all on your first trip to Paris. We didn't either. If you are like us, Paris is the type of city that you will want to visit again. We have been to Paris 3 times and it just keeps getting better. Number 1. Go to the top of the Eiffel Tower. There's no mistaking it. The Eiffel Tower rips through the air like a giant. This impressive symbol of France can be seen from almost anywhere in the city. Reaching 324 meters high, the Iron Tower has dominated the Parisian horizon ever since the 1889 Universal Exhibition. Its construction, completed in just 2 years, 2 months and 5 days, was an incredibly technical and architectural feat. Meant to stay standing for only 20 years, the Eiffel Tower was saved by its immense popularity and by Gustave Eiffel's scientific experiments. In fact, its creator suggested a more functional purpose to the tower: use it as an antenna for the first radiophonic transmissions. Although its existence was controversial from the beginning, the Eiffel Tower ended up conquering the hearts and minds of its most ardent critics. Today, the Eiffel Tower is home to numerous events that attract people from all around the world. Number 2. Take a riverboat cruise on the Seine. Traditional, elegant riverboats offer an alternative way to discover the City of Lights. Once on board, navigating past monuments and buildings, you'll be able to fully enjoy your time on the Seine. The Seine has always been and forever will be the artery that runs through the heart of Paris. Geographically speaking, the river is the capital's central axis and has always played a major role in Paris's history. Identified as a territorial and economic advantage, the Seine has accompanied, if not at times led, Paris's growth. Several landmarks throughout the city attest to this rich past. Bay windows provide sweeping views of the Seine and its banks. As if you were living a daydream, taking a cruise on the riverboat is a fantastic way to spend quality time with loved ones. Number 3. Enjoy a hop-on, hop-off bus ride around Paris. Crisscrossing the City of Lights by coach is one of the best ways to check out Paris and discover the top things to do in Paris. In addition to being a guided tour, large windows and air conditioning provide all the comfort you'll need while learning about the city's history and admiring its most famous monuments, such as the Place Vendôme, the Opéra de Paris, the Panthéon, Luxembourg, the Musée d'Orsay, the Place de la Concorde, the Champs-Élysées, the Arc de Triomphe, or the Invalides. Day or night, with family or friends, Paris City Vision offers a variety of bus tours in Paris. Number 4. Paris by night. Spend an exceptional evening at the Moulin Rouge. The Moulin Rouge is Paris's #1 show, if not Europe's. For more than 126 years, the most legendary French cabaret has been welcoming spectators from all over the world to see the famous French cancan dance firsthand. Around the globe, the Moulin Rouge is appreciated and admired by spectators and performers alike. From Mistinguett and Edith Piaf to John Gabin, Frank Sinatra, and Lisa Minnelli, the Moulin Rouge has welcomed some of the world's greatest stage performers. The cabaret was further immortalized thanks to the famous painter Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec, whose posters and paintings still contribute to Moulin Rouge's international notoriety. Number 5. Admire the Notre Dame Cathedral of Paris. Notre Dame is a masterpiece of French Gothic architecture. Initially spearheaded by Bishop Maurice de Sully, the cathedral's construction spanned for more than 2 decades. from the beginning of the 11th century to the first half of the 14th century. The cathedral has been a first-hand witness to several historical events, such as the arrival of the Holy Crown in 1239, the exoneration of Joan of Arc in 1456, and the coronation of Napoleon I in 1804. Although the monument is known for its structural harmony, when looking attentively, one can make out various minor, asymmetric elements that were introduced to avoid the monotony typical of classic Gothic architecture. Its spectacular rose windows, precious objects, and magnificent bells are all symbols of this architectural masterpiece. Number 6. Take a stroll around Montmartre and visit the Sacré-Cœur Basilica. The Montmartre butte is the highest point in the capital and is famous for the Sacré-Cœur Basilica, Sacred Heart, as well as panoramic views of Paris. While admiring views of Paris, take a break at the lively Notre Square, where painters and portrait and caricature artists work outside, the perfect way to get a sneak peek at a masterpiece in the making. By the way, both Renoir and Van Gogh rolled up their painting frock sleeves at the Notre Square. After following the more standard route, take the time to head off the beaten path and discover more intimate spots to fully enjoy the neighborhood. Montmartre is more than just painters. It's a cultural and gastronomic, hopped with its own authentic charm. Steep streets wind their way past vine-covered homes, and hidden staircases lead to quaint cobblestone squares. Number 7. Visit the Louvre Museum. The controversial glass pyramid located in the Napoleon courtyard rapidly became symbolic of the museum. The 13th century Philip Auguste fort that surrounds the museum was reorganized until becoming the royal residence for several centuries. It wasn't until 1793 that it became the Central Museum of Arts, France's first national museum. Year after year, the museum's collections grew larger, thereby taking up more and more place at the palace. Number 8. Enjoy a romantic dinner on the Seine River. What could be more romantic than a candlelit dinner on a boat in the city of eternal love? Incredibly romantic moments can be shared between you and your loved one while navigating the waters of the Seine past the best monuments and Parisian-style buildings at dusk. Savor the moment with refined hors d'oeuvres and a flute of champagne, probably one of the most romantic things to do in Paris. Under the Parisian sky aglow with lights, a surreal, fairy tale-like evening. It's the perfect opportunity to remind your loved one just how much you adore spending time together. Number 9. Take a stroll in the heart of Paris. The best way to discover Paris's hidden treasures is to go for a walk in the heart of the city. Paris is more than just the Eiffel Tower. All around this symbolic, world-famous monument are other ones waiting to be discovered. But if you are looking for that spectacular view of the Iron Lady, plan for a typical French pique-nique, a ham and butter baguette sandwich, and a bottle of wine, and plop down on the grass at the Champ de Mars Park or in the Trocadero Gardens. Not far off is the Quai Branly Museum, located in a building designed by the internationally famous French architect Jean Nouvel. This museum is dedicated to the arts and civilizations of Africa, Asia, Oceania, and the Americas, and houses 4,000 works of art from all over the world. Number 10. Visit the Garnier Opera House. Apollo still clutches his golden lyre high on the Garnier Palace, one god among many who keeps an eye on things. Upon entering the opera, one notes how the building opens up and spreads out like tentacles, each part revealing a specific purpose that lends even more theatrical airs to the opera. This neoclassical masterpiece was created by the architect Charles Garnier at the end of the Second Empire. Inaugurated in 1875 as the new opera in a Haussmannian Paris, it fascinated onlookers with its ornate richness, eclecticism, architectural, and decorative audaciousness. Garnier brought together France's best artisans, painters, and sculptors. And for the first time in France, Garnier used mosaic to decorate the gallery vaults that lead to the Grand Hall. That's all for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed our video. For more videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.